Welcome back to the show. International barrister Robert Webster joins us with his take on all things Emerald Isle. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, Cody. Good to see you.
A lot of stuff going on right now. Let's start with, you know, the Prime Minister got reelected. This is a very hotly contested race.
It was, absolutely. I think it's a great achievement for Tony Blair. This is the third consecutive term in office. First time that's ever been done by the Labour Party. And so he does deserve congratulations. But it should be tempered a little bit, I think. Because don't forget he was fighting a very impotent opposition. And so it's not perhaps as great an accomplishment as one might consider. Also think about this. He actually obtained 36% of the popular vote, the lowest percentage of any poll of any governing party. And he's going back a little weakened as Prime Minister. I'm rather sorry about it. He's been a great friend to this country, which I think has been one of his few achievements. He stood by the United States, which I think he should have done. He hasn't connected with the population at all, I think, with as a candid, honest Prime Minister, and I think that's the problem at the moment.
There was so much anger.
To step down.
Yeah, there was so much anger, and I was kind of surprised that he did get reelected because people were so angry. Like every time you'd see a press conference stuff, people were just yelling at him all the time. Was it because the economy's going fairly well? Is that what swung it, or?
I think the anger really derives from the Iraq War.
Right.
He never successfully explained why that we joined up with the Americans to go into Iraq. Now, I think if he'd successfully and patiently and painstakingly made the case, people would have accepted him more. But the entire campaign was characterized by a lack of candor, obfuscation, and a certain degree of stupidity at times. At one stage, they were attempting to demonstrate that Saddam Hussein had nuclear weapons, and they put up on a government website a dissertation that had been produced 12 years ago by a PhD student. Not entirely sensible public relations by any government. And so that's really been his big problem, Iraq. The economy, of course, is going very well, and that's why he's been re-elected. He has, of course, this great rival for the party leadership, Gordon Brown. Tremendous competition between these two people. Gordon Brown at some stage will probably take over. I would have thought within the next 18 months, 3 years maximum. Gordon has been in charge of a very successful economy, whereas people are awfully irate about Iraq. They're quite content because they've got a few pennies in their pockets.
Right.
And when they see a Conservative Party that simply has not appealed to Middle England, this party once so gloriously led with a great friend of the United States, Margaret Thatcher, 4 successive leaders later, they're still looking for policies, they're still looking for a role in politics, and they're on their way out unless they really regenerate themselves and reinvent themselves. It's going to be like raising Lazarus from the dead, or the political equivalent, I'm afraid to say.
It's so sad we don't have enough time to actually hit Prince Harry in reform school, essentially, and more in the wedding of Prince Charles and Camilla. You'll have to come back and join us.
I'd love to come back.
Just fly on back from England and bring your new wife with you. Congratulations on the marriage.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Cody.